I got this Seth Thomas clock in that I bought from Goodwill. It winds from the front. Got the directions there. It's not an antique Seth Thomas clock, but it winds from the front. And I got this Seth Thomas clock here a while back that winds from the rear. 8-day clock. Keeps really good time. I just haven't wound it here lately. With this clock, checking the springs out, the chime side works great. The time side works great. The strike side doesn't catch. I'm hoping it's just a click that's 180 degrees, but slide the door open here so you can see the movement. There's movement. It's a fairly new movement made in Germany, but we're going to take this thing apart and get it running. So I'm going to take the hands off and get the movement out. I'm sure to get the movement out, I have to remove these 3 screws to take this back plate off. So that's what I'm going to do now, off camera. With the 3 screws removed, I can take off the back door, which exposes the movement a lot better. And there's a code there, but I don't know this type of movement enough to say when it was dated. So I'm going to have to do some research in that. But it does, it needs cleaned up. So let me take the hands off and get the movement out. In order to get the movement out, there's some more screws here. So that's what I'm going to do now after I take the hands off. So stand by. Here's the movement out of the case. And just as I suspected, the click, which I don't know whether y'all can see in there. Let me see if I can get some light in on this situation. The click is not catching the teeth to allow it to wind up. So it's a simple fix. But the clock needs serviced. So I'm going to take it apart. There's quite a bit of rust on it, oil and stuff, so the clock does need serviced. So the first thing I need to do is let the power down. And to let the power down, y'all seen this in other videos, I got this piece of dowel here with a notch in it that fits in the key. And what I do is put the key on, put the dowel over the top of the key, give it a little bit of pressure to wind it up, and then taking a screwdriver to grab the click release and holding pressure moving the click release out of the way. And in this case, the quick release moved out of the way, but now there's no power whatsoever on this movement. So now I can take it apart. Before I take it apart, I want to take plenty of pictures. I do this every time I work on a clock. And that way, if I get distracted and I come back to working on the clock a week or so later, I can refer to my pictures to put the clock back together. A lot of people buy special letdown keys. When you're first starting out, you don't need to. You can take a piece of wood like this, put a slot in it, and make sure, there's different kinds of keys. So you might have to modify this piece of wood, drill a hole down the center to make sure that this key is not going to slip out of this dowel. And that's what I should do with this one. I've just never done it. And I've been working on this clock. This piece of dowel was from 1999. But anyway, I'm going to take pictures, and I'm going to take this movement apart, put it in my ultrasonic cleaner, clean it, and put it back together. And I want to check to see if there's any pivot wear. And I see right now that there are at least 2 bushings that I might have to put in this clock. But it's on the chime side, and I'm not going to worry about it, but I will show you. If it's on the strike side, I worried about it. But because it's on the chime side, you might see right here where the pivot is moving back and forth as I wiggle the gear back and forth. And also on this one up here. Being that it's on the chime side, I'm not going to worry about it. I might have to take this thing back apart and put bushings in it, but I'm going to take that chance because I don't think it needs replaced. If it was on the time side, then yes, any wear will stop the clock from operating. Being on the chime side, that little wear will still allow this hammer to strike up and down. So I'm going to take this thing apart, and we'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell me what you think, and God bless.